Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare
Radha Giridhari temple. Radha Giridhari Narasimha Swami temple.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna. Kalan bro.
We can start.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes. Nandor Pranam Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. We can start.
NOI Sankirtan ki jai.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सगना रघुनाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सगना ललिता श्री विशाखावतांश्च नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी नित्य नामने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपिका गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्ते तप्तकांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते दिव्य प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय दीनचन्यवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण। So we are reading from Bhakti Alok. We are supposed to start with which quality? Somebody remembers? Or we had done till which quality?
Prabhu, in the fourth shloka, Utsaha Dhairya completed, Prabhu.
Okay, Dhairya is completed.
Yeah, Dhairya completed. In Bhakti Alok, from next quality onwards, we need to discuss.
Okay.
Bhakti Alok.
Yes. Let's take to the notes. So Dhairya, anyway, so as far as Dhairya is concerned, we had done last time. So anybody who can avoid these 6 urges, he gets patience, Dhairya. And that we had already done last time. Okay. So next one is Tat Tat Karma Pravartanat. That means following in the various activity favorable for devotion service. And that consists of all 64 items mentioned in Nectar of Devotion. So all of them are, we'll read it in detail when we do Nectar of Devotion. So all these 64 items, following them is called Tat Tat Karma Pravartanat. And for us very easy is, if you follow Mohan program, chant 16 rounds, follow the instruction of Prabhupada, then we are following 64 items. We'll see all the items are covered in our Mohan program. Now among them also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given some categorization. 64 are very important. Among them, then we have 9-fold devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pad Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Sakhyam, Dasyam, Atma Nivedanam. So then these 9 are very important. Among these 9, 5 are very important. So 5 are our ABCD, which we tell to newcomers also. That's association of devotees, reading Prabhupada books, chanting of the holy names, deity worship, and Mathuravas. Mathuravas means visiting holy places. Among these 5 also, let us say there is an emergency and we are not able to perform all 5 in case of emergency. Then we should perform only 2. Serve devotees, Asura devotees we are also serving them. So Vaishnav Seva and chanting of the holy names, whatever our prescribed rounds are there, they are considered most important. So a lot of devotees are there in the house. Then what to do? Chant your rounds, 16 rounds, and serve the devotees. And let us say even that time is not, that time is very less. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Nam Sankirtan is topmost. Complete your rounds. We can tell the devotees to have patience or guests to have patience and just chant your rounds. तार मध्य सर्वश्रेष्ठ नाम संकीर्तन निरपराधे नाम ले ले पाए प्रेम दल. Among all of them, the most important is Nam Sankirtan, chanting of the holy names. So that they consider the topmost. Yes, Manjunath.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Danda Puram. As you mentioned, when we have some tough times, at least we complete our chanting the rounds actually. What even if that also not happening? How to overcome that, Prabhuji? Even that, I mean, the situation comes, even unable to cover that committed rounds also. How to overcome that actually? Any solution, Prabhuji?
See, we should do it anyway. We should have that determination. Actually, if we keep on reading about holy name, the importance of the chanting of the holy name, we should at least have a conviction. Whatever happens, at least I'll chant my 16 rounds. Unless until somebody is in hospital and he is on anesthesia, that is a different thing. So then also there was one devotee who was supposed to have this heart surgery. So he chanted 32 rounds one day before only, because he is going to be on anesthesia. Now next day 16 rounds he chanted in advance. But otherwise, whatever may happen, we can always chant our 16 rounds. See, in brahmachari's life also many times comes when festivals are there. Earlier, I can say first 7-8 years of my stay in brahmachari ashram, Rath Yatra would be time when hardly we would get to sleep. Sometimes because it's getting sleep for 3-4 hours for almost a month. So Calcutta Rath Yatra is biggest Rath Yatra after Puri Rath Yatra. So lot of hard work. But we would make it priority that at least we chant our 16 rounds. During Jalduta Yatra and first 2 days, generally we had to practically serve 48 hours continuously. So then I would serve till 3 o'clock, go take bath, chant my 16 rounds, continue the service. So we should make it a top priority. And actually speaking, even if we are sick, chanting is such a easy activity that it can always be done. I have 2 instances, at least till now. So one instance was when, rather 3 instances. One instance was like I had brain malaria. Each word was looking like a hammer. There also I found I could chant. There are 2 devotees before me who got brain malaria, they lost their memory only for many days. Second time it happened, I was hospitalized during dengue. So my blood platelet count went till 16,000. And below 10,000 means one may die also. So there were bottles and syringes and all things were going on from one hand. And I could chant from the other hand. So I told that put everything in the left side only, left hand, not in the right hand. Right hand was free. Similarly, recently also dengue was there. I had 103 fever for 8 days. Sorry, this Corona 103 fever was there for 8 days. There also I found I could chant. Somehow Mahaprabhu has made this formula so easy, nobody can give an excuse I can't chant my 16 rounds. So this is more simple thing. So it is possible to chant.
But sometimes that mind is distressed, demotivated, depressed, those kind of scenarios also I personally seen it, Prabhuji. So When the examples which you quoted, I completely agree. But these kind of scenarios, uh, whether we are doing, whether we are hearing or not hearing, blindly we can do, that is acceptable, Prabhuji.
See, main thing is at least 10 to 16 ounce, if not with that quality. So like sick, when we are sick, it's difficult to concentrate, really speaking. Especially when I had brain malaria, it was like no, so many thoughts were coming randomly. So that time we can say, okay, at least 10, 16 ounce somehow.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. The question, could you please explain in ABCD devotions practice what is A and B? A is,
Sorry.
so this question in the chat box. So A means association of devotees, Vaishnava Sangha. So that consists of associating with the devotee. And associating with devotees means not just physically sitting next to them, talking Krishna Katha with them, taking prasad with them, having 6 loving exchanges with them, serving them. That is association. So in the next verse, we'll discuss about 6 loving exchanges. So that's association. And B means books, reading Prabhupada books. So that's basically for us. Is it okay? I think among them only they had some conversation. Looks like.
I think devotees answered it. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So it was not for me. Okay, fine. Now next is Sang Tyag. Somebody can read Sang Tyag.
Yeah, I'll read, Prabhu. Sangatya, giving up, association of non-devotees. Definition of association: giving in charity, accepting charity, revealing one's mind, hearing one's mind, accepting foods and giving foods. If done with love, these are called sangha or association. Giving some foodstuffs to a hungry person and accepting some charity from a pious man is done out of duty, not out of love. Even they are materialist, this type of engagement is not considered association. But if they are pure devotees, if they are pure devotees, then such activities are performed out of love. When acts are performed out of love, then it is association. Therefore, giving charity to pure Vaishnavas and accepting items or wealth from them becomes Sangatyaga. Giving charity to a materialist or accepting charity from one, if done out of love, becomes Asat Sangha. When a materialist approaches you, whatever is required to be done should be done only out of duty. One, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
One should not speak confidentially with a materialist. Generally, there is some love involved in confidential speaking. Therefore, it is association. While meeting a materialistic friend, one should speak only what is extremely necessary. At that time, it is better not to exhibit heartfelt love. But if that friend is a proper Vaishnava, then one should accept his association by speaking to him with love. This type of behavior with relatives and friends creates no hostility. There is no association in ordinary talk, and one should behave with ordinary people as one extremely behaves with a stranger while buying something in the market. The same dealings with a pure devotee of Lord should be done out of love. If one is obliged to feed hungry people, needy people, and teachers, he should do so as a host dutifully cares for his guest. There is no need to exhibit love. Care for them, but not out of love. One should feed pure Vaishnavas with love when and when required, accept the remnants given by them with love. If one can behave in this way while giving in charity, accepting charity, speaking confidentially, hearing confidentially, feeding and accepting food with one's wife, children, servants, maid servants, strangers, and whoever. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Oh, where I missed.
Else,
Yeah.
we're able
Okay.
to see.
Else, yeah, yes, Prabhu. Else, once one meets, there will be no unholy association, only good association. There is no hope of achieving devotion to Krishna until one gives up unholy association in this way. A renunciate Vaishnava should accept whatever alms he receives by a madhukari or begging at the house of a honest householder with the above mentioned consideration. He should always remember the difference between the gross begging and madhukari. A Grostha Vaishnava should accept prasad grains and drinks in the house of another Grostha who has a pure character. One should always be cautious about taking prasad in the house of non-devotee and one with bad character. There is no need to speak further about this. Due to their pious activities, those who have developed a faith in devotion service have little intelligence by the mercy of Krishna. Due to that intelligence, they can easily understand the essence of Acharya's instructions. Therefore, only a few words are needed to instruct them. Those who have no pious credits have no faith. Even if they are given volumes of instruction, they will not understand a thing. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami has given only a few words of instruction in Sri Upadeshamrita. Hare Krishna.
So, basically, what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying is that we can have six loving exchanges only with devotees. Externally, we can be caring for the people, do whatever is needed as a brahmachari or as a grasta, but love should not be involved in that. If love is involved, then attachment comes. So there is great difference of in external activity and the internal mood. So the internal mood with outsiders is we do it dutifully. Because it has to be done because we have a body, we have a family, we are in a society, we have to do it. But out of love, we should do only with devotees. And especially he was warning about prasad. Somebody has a bad character or somebody is not a devotee, then we have to be careful not to take. So these are few warnings by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Especially outside whatever is cooked, there is no guarantee also. So then one has to be careful. Okay, so there is no E. So we say CD. So C is for chanting, D is for deity worship, and D is also for dham seva or visiting holy places. So there are C and D. Chanting of the holiness C, D is deity worship and dham seva, going to the different dhams. Okay. Narasimham Prabhu has a question. We are not able to hear you. Are you speaking something?
I think so. Prabhu is speaking, might be mic having some issue, Prabhu.
Okay.
Prabhu, can I ask one question, Prabhu? Unfortunately, I don't have option to raise a hand. So
Okay.
shall I ask question? Prabhu, as you mentioned that we try to avoid as much as or completely avoid from non-devotees. And you mentioned that to the extent is fine or okay for people are good nature, piety, they're doing some piety activities. In exception cases, we can accept.
Okay, you are talking about prasadam, right?
Yes, yes.
See, pious also, best thing is you tell them that please give me some fruits and offer to the Lord and take. That's like highest standard. If not, then at least in their house, if their onion garlic is not cooked, then we may take. But the highest standard is just tell them that no, I have certain regulated timings, I have restricted diet.
Mhm.
So you give me fruits,
Okay.
and then I'll take it, and then we can offer it and take the whole fruit.
Okay.
Because many times what happens is getting people who don't take onion garlic is very rare.
Yeah.
In our some places in North India it is there. Like in my town, almost 40-50% people don't take onion garlic. But in general, I have not seen in the rest of India. There and some place of Rajasthan I saw, but not in many places.
Okay.
So even if they are pious, then they take onion garlic. And if they have cut the food from what do we say, with the knife using onion garlic, then even cut fruits are like contaminated.
Okay.
And also cooking, also along with cooking, this consciousness of people goes. Whatever consciousness people have. So then we should avoid. Okay.
Better we hijack their kitchen. As a devotee, we go and serve with them.
And that can also be done, but that can be done with people who are at least not meat eaters.
Okay. Okay.
See, meat eaters know their kitchens are like slaughterhouses.
Oh my God.
So terrifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Okay. So Narsimham Prabhu, somehow we are not able to hear you. Maybe you can type your question in the chat box.
You can hear now, Prabhu?
Now I can hear. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, sorry, Prabhu. I have to swap between headsets and this. Sorry. Yeah, Prabhu. What I wanted is in the previous verse, I wanted means could you explain us on Madhukari? What is meaning of Madhukari, Prabhu?
Okay, it's more for a brahmachari. So Madhukari means one has to behave like a bumblebee. So the difference between bumblebee and a honeybee, and they have just opposite nature. So honeybee is there, it collects all the honey, puts in the hive, and later on tries to drink it. So they store, and whenever they want to drink the honey from the honeycomb, they attack each other and sting each other. So that's generally example given for the metalist who are like honeybee. So they accumulate a lot of money for later on enjoying the wealth. But then there are government taxes, there are thieves who are waiting, there are relatives who want to take your money and never return it back. So it becomes a source of trouble. But a renunciate is supposed to be like a bumblebee. What does bumblebee do? Whatever is required for sustenance at that time, it takes, goes to the other flower, goes to the third flower. So similarly, those who are in a renounced order of life, they can beg in the houses of householders, but they should take whatever is required at that time. They should not store. And they should take little from different houses, 3 houses, 4 houses, 5 houses, so that householders are not overburdened. So that's the traditional system. The traditional system of Madhukari. I have seen this in my childhood. There were now a lot of Babajis who would just go in 5 houses. They would call once, 3 times they would call. Somebody comes and gives, that's all right. Otherwise, they move to the other house. So this system is still being followed in many places. In ISKCON, we don't do like that, brahmacharis. So in ISKCON, whatever brahmachari ashram gives, devotees rely on that. They don't like keep all their own stores and this and that. As far as charity is concerned, charity also for those who are in renounced order of life, there are 2 types of charity. One is called dan, another is called dakshina. So dan has a lot of karma. It is just given charity. So one has to be very careful with that. Dakshina doesn't have karma. Dakshina means you go render service to a householder and he gives you some charity. So that's not called charity, that's called dakshina. Because you are rendering some service and he is out of his own will, he is giving some charity as a return for the service. So when devotees go, they do some programs, Harinam Sankirtan, some Katha, and somebody gives charity. That doesn't have karma. So that's considered safer for those who are in renounced order. Sandosh Prabhu has a question.
The question is that since we are a part of the society, can we take care of the people who are like orphan people, and can we bring them to the part of later part of can we bring them to the part of Krishna consciousness?
Prabhu, your voice was breaking. So
is it audible from now?
And now it is audible, and you can speak a bit slow and loud.
Yeah, Prabhuji, since we are part of the society, can we take care of the people who are who doesn't have anything, like orphan people like that, and slowly bring them to the part of Krishna consciousness? Is it fine, Prabhu? Like,
That is okay, but we have to see that we are giving them Krishna conscious input also.
okay.
That's why devotees, what they do is they generally give prasadam and then they tell them to chant. Similarly, those who are orphans, you can give them Prabhupada books, you can give them devotional content should be given along with taking care of them. So as a grasta, if somebody opens an orphanage, gives necessary things for person's livelihood also, for living and progressing, for children, for their education. At the same time, somebody is giving them Krishna consciousness to make them devotees. That's very good. It's like it comes in the category of preaching.
Sure. Thank you.
Narasimham Prabhu, still you have a question.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, this was in reference to the previous, like what Kalyan Prabhu asked. So Prabhu, like what happens is sometimes we need to visit houses of our relatives, and suppose they are actually taking meat or they cook meat in their houses. So, and they with love they call us, and if you means how to handle these situations, Prabhu, these practical situations. Just wanted to hear from you.
Yeah. Actually, in those cases, we can tell them, please give us, or what we should do is, before going to their house, you keep some knife, which you bring from your own house, peeler and a knife. I generally keep these two things. I generally have one thing only, one side is peeler, other side is knife. So then in that case, and keep one small altar with you. We have in ISKCON, we have small altars. Go to their house, take fruits from them, peel it, cut it, and offer to the Lord and take it. Or you can keep some tulsi manjari also. So that's a practical way of doing. So tell them that actually it's not that I don't love you, I do love you. At the same time, I love Krishna also. So I don't want to give up any of you, neither you nor Krishna. So initially they may be a bit upset, but in due course of time they do appreciate our standards. So that is what generally I have seen.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Prabhagar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, as you mentioned, dawn, right? Can we give money to beggars or we should not give, Prabhu, in case if it is needy?
Okay. See, one thing is, Grasta should always give charity. But at the same time, you want to be saved from karma, then keep prasad all the time. So my recommendation would be, Grasta should always keep prasad. And whenever anybody comes, give them some prasad. Because charity is always like giving money is always risky. Because people may misuse, and many times they do misuse. See, generally what happens is, generally nobody is so poor that he doesn't get to eat. That is what generally we have seen. So generally the children who come to beg are either employed by some gangsters for getting money, or if they are like very adult people, they are the ones who have bad habits. That's why they don't have they are begging. Very rarely you will find someone who doesn't get to eat. See, Krishna is maintaining elephants also. Why can't he maintain people? So generally those are the people are beggars when they don't have proper habits. So that's the best thing is give them prasad. But Grasta should always keep prasad. They should never say no. Because if you say no, what happens is there is a hard heartedness which comes. So that's why Grasta should always keep some dry prasad with them. So carry with you. Some beggar comes, give them. Okay?
Right, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thanks, Prabhu.
Now certainly when you keep prasad, don't eat everything. Keep something for charity also. Otherwise, we keep prasad and keep on eating everything. Prashant Prabhu had a question. What is about prasadam? What if the people we met are very close to us, like brothers, sisters, and they are non-devotees? See, that's why in case of somebody very close to us, brother, sister, or mother, so in that case, we have to see that we have to make them devotees in due course of time. So we can make them devotees in due course of time. So then that's okay. Now that's why we can ask, especially it's more for youths actually. For grastas it can be still stricter. For youths, what happens is you are totally dependent on the parents for your even devotion service. So what we recommend them is then when you go home, you take, even though it is without onion garlic, whatever is cooked by parents. But for our brother and sister, they are our brother and sister and they will never become our enemy. What my observation is, even if we are a little stricter, they do accept our values. They do accept it. So that's what my general observation is. I have not seen people getting bitter relationship just because they don't take prasadam in the house of brothers and sisters. Or see, cooked food, not prasadam, cooked food. Rather, I have seen opposite. Generally, what I have seen is devotees who are strict, their brothers and sisters also become devotees. Or you go and you feed them a lot of prasad. If you feed them a lot of prasad, they'll understand why this fellow keeps on taking only prasad. And then they'll also become devotees. Okay, Kalyanpur?
Yeah,
And,
Prabhu. Prashant Prabhu asked question. Yeah, Prabhu. Done, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare
and
Krishna.
then another question was, can you kindly explain difference between charity? See, charity is English word. Charity has nothing to do with, charity is called as common word. So actual word is dan and dakshina. Dan is when one gets charity or money without rendering any service. Somebody comes to temple, gives charity. If they give directly to deities, it doesn't have much karma. But if somebody comes and gives you, then it has heavy load of karma. One has to be careful. Especially somebody is maintaining a slaughterhouse or somebody is basically involved in directly breaking 40 principles. And such charity has a lot of karma. Dan is you go render service to them, like doing Harinam in their place or doing some Krishna Katha. Then what they give, that is called Dakshina. So that Dakshina is okay. That's free from karma. Okay, so there's a difference. Okay. Then Sarojini Kalindi Mataji. What if some people have a genuine need of some medical emergency and they reach out for help? So again, we have to see how much genuine it is. And also we have to see that after that, we should have ability to make them devotees also. Because what happens is you are giving some medical help, they are supposed to be grateful and be little obliged. Then you introduce them Krishna consciousness. Then that's okay. Otherwise, no, we give just help for medical emergency and they slaughter 10 other animals. It would be justice for these people and injustice for these 10 animals. So then we have to understand what benefit are we going to do. Or no, you do give a medical help blindly and later on he turns to a terrorist. Now he'll kill enough 50 other people. So that's why when we give some anything like medical help and etc., we have to see that it should be along with spiritual help also. Like Murari Gupta, who is Mahaprabhu's associate. So it is said that he would give people medicine which cures their body as well as medicine which cures their material disease. That means freeing them from cycle of birth and death. So he would give both the things together. So that's okay. But it should be along with spiritual help also. Then Rakhi Mataji had a question. What if someone meets with an accident in front of our eyes? Do we not help him by taking to hospital? No, that's okay. See, taking to hospital is okay. But then after that, taking care of all the expenses of this person and no physically serving for a long time, that's like something too much. So whatever is called humanity, that much we can do. But then excessive help, extraordinary help or going out of the way, then we have to be careful. So humanity has to be there. Any animal is getting injured, human being is getting injured, we can take him to the hospital. That's okay. Hare Krishna Prabhu, while traveling in trains, Hijadas demand us to give money. If we refuse, they will create nuisance. How we can handle? So main thing is, if they are like you give them prasad, they are happy with that. That's very good. And in case they are not happy with prasad, they are saying no, we want money only, and they start doing some nuisance. Now they start lifting their clothes or anything like that. Then we have to give only. It's like more of a gangster behavior than asking something. It's like you have no choice at that time. Like some gundas also come sometime for charity. And no, if you don't pay them charity, they'll say, no, we'll murder you. So that's not called charity. That's like to survive we are giving. So that's a different thing. How to satisfy family members who are non-devotees that demands are increasing or they are not trying to adjust with us, or we expect something from them and they do not do it. Simple as the thing is, use your intelligence. Not that no, we become exploited at altogether. So there's no like golden formula, but use your intelligence. And as Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, no, devotees generally have intelligence. Jai Krishna Vajay Sei Vada Chatur. Or take help from other devotees depending on their time, place, circumstances. So we have to take guidance from devotees. But there's no like straight jacket formula. Sometimes you have to give help, sometimes you have to restrict also. Fine, so now we'll go to this particular chart. So Sangha is of two types, association and attachment. Association is again of two types, non-devotees, those who are karmis, jnanis, yogis. Their association have to be given up because they don't have a desire to please Krishna. Association of opposite sex, for women, men, for men it is women, for women it is men. So now the two standards for renunciates as well as householders. Renunciates should totally be careful. They should associate with the opposite sex, with women, as much as required for service. That's why there's a verse in Bhagavatam which says, Nan Vagni Pramadanama Gritikamba Yathapuman Sutam api Jaho Jayad Anvya Yavat Arthakrit. That means man is compared to butter, woman is compared to fire. And that's why one should associate even with one's daughter, what to say of other women, apart from one's wife, as much as required. So renunciates also, as much as required for service, they should associate. Householders can associate with wife according to religious principle. But one should give up luxurious mentality. Luxurious mentality means too much fondness of wife. Too much fondness of wife means we'll find some people, anytime you meet them, they start glorifying their wife only, more than glorifying Krishna. Like one of the persons, he was a donor, so he lost his wife. And he was an old man, he needed some help. So every day some brahmachari would go in his house and go and sleep in the next bed, so that this person comes out of trauma. And he gave a big charity actually, he gave a huge building to ISKCON. worth many crores. So then temple president said that you should go, devotees are going. But whoever would go, whole night they had to hear his wife's katha. Almost 7-8 hours, this fellow would glorify his wife. 8 hours, somebody chants Hare Krishna, it is 64 rounds. So that's called uxorious mentality. So attachment can be there, but excessive attachment is denied. So it should be more attachment than anyone else. Like now one Grasta counselor says, be attached to your wife, otherwise you will be attached to another's wife. So that's okay. But excessive attachment should not be there. Then not that you are thinking of wife at all the time. Works with his wife for achieving transcendental happiness. So both husband and wife should help each other in progressing in spiritual life. So purpose should be very clear. That we are helping each other to progress in spiritual life. Because Grahasthas don't think only about themselves, they think about whole family. How whole family can go back to Godhead. As far as women are concerned, they can take shelter of other women like sister, daughter, etc. for help in the house, even if they are not devotees. Because that helps them to practice bhakti in a better way. So then that is not called as non-devotees. So they can take that help. So this one type of association, and second one is attachment. So there are two types of attachment. For prejudices which are coming from this life or previous life, and for assets. So these two attachments are there. They also come in the category of association of non-devotees. Those are attachments. So some are ancient in the sense that we might have practiced karma, jnana, etc. in so many lifetimes. So it becomes a part of nature. So then solution for either of the prejudices is association of pure devotees who have great affection for the Lord. Second one is good and bad attained in this life due to association. Two types of prejudices are there. Like I can tell about myself also. I was a person who would not speak a word for a day. So especially in class 9th and 10th, I remember nobody would sit next to me. It would be like sitting next to a dead matter. So that type of mentality was there because I would contemplate a lot. Maybe I was a Gyani in last life or something like that. I don't know. So those tendencies were there. But now after coming to Krishna consciousness, I have to speak so much. Sometimes I have to give 8-9 hours of class. So then whatever is required for Krishna service, we do that. So these are prejudices from previous lives. And some things are current. Current means now there was no Bollywood and Tollywood or anything like that in previous ages. But now it has emerged in the modern age. Especially I have seen in the people who are from Andhra Pradesh. So that attachment is there. Attachment to the movies and the songs and all these things. So then there are prejudices from this life. Or somebody is from a background where one has lot of pride of one's nation, caste, religion, etc. Sometimes a lot of pride from caste also. So I don't know in Andhra, I heard like now some people say now we are Reddis. Reddis means something different. So then these sort of prejudices are there. So then you identify only with the Reddis. Even among combination of devotees, we ask their caste, from which caste are you? So these are called prejudices from this life. So they should also be given up. Then there are attachments for assets, assets like wife, children, home, etc. So they can be given up by ascent of devotees, engagement in devotion service, and observance of holy days. Like Kartik month, we do some take extra vows, like I'll chant some extra rounds, chanting some extra rounds on Ekadasi, etc. And also using these things in Krishna service. Like we engage our wife in serving Vaishnavas by cooking. So when we, in this way, even these attachments can be spiritualized. So then they are okay. So in this way we can overcome attachment problem. Okay, fine. So this was another quality. And last one is sadhu vritti or sato vritti. Somebody can read sadhu vritti.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I'll read, Prabhu. Following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas, there are two kinds of sadhus, householders, and renunciates. I will separately describe the vritti or occupation of each. Although householders and renunciates have different occupations, there are some they have in common. This will be discussed separately. There are two meanings of the word occupation: propensity and lifestyle. Propensity means one's nature or swabhava. Those natural propensities are the living entities dharma. Occupation, propensity, one nature or swabhava. Lifestyle. Can you scroll down, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Every member of Varnashrama, while engaging in his specific duty, should cultivate mode of goodness and devotion. Next, maintenance. Gross body, accumulate a house, household items, grains and drinks. Settle body, proper knowledge, proper and proper occupation. This Varnashrama and religious duty. As a sannyasi, equanimity and non-violence. Vanaprastha, austerity and philosophical understanding of body and soul. Grihastha, giving shelter to all living beings and performing sacrifice. Brahmachari, serving the spiritual master. Sudra, serving Brahmanas and others. Vaishya, forming cow protection and business. Kshatriya, protecting citizens by punishing miscreants, maintaining the life by taxation. Brahmana, study, teaching worship, giving charity, accepting worship. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So these are different occupations. Basically, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that, as I told before also, devotee should follow three things. Do your sadhana very nicely. This is for spiritual life. Second, lead a life of mode of goodness. Getting up early in the morning, maintaining cleanliness standards. Some houses you go, they're extremely clean. Now, one of the Grasthas houses I went, so then I had to save myself. And there was no mirror. But tiles were so clean that I could look at the tiles and save myself. So then cleanness. So that also leads to mode of goodness. And then after that, honoring prasadam offered in mode of goodness. Offered to Lord in mode of goodness. Ingredients should be in mode of goodness. That means not too much sour, not too much hot, too much pungent, too much sweet. Too much taste is mode of passion. So leading my life of mode of goodness. And third one is following varnashram duties very properly. So that pleases the subtle body. So if one is engaged according to one's propensities, then subtle body is specified. If one was against his propensities, then subtle body is very unsatisfied. Nowadays, people call it job satisfaction. So that's a modern language. But if one knows one's varna and asana properly, then one can follow those duties and be happy. Subtle body can be pleased. Okay, Manjunath, who has a question? You are not audible.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, is it audible, Prabhuji?
Now audible, yes.
Yeah, in the previous paragraph, there is a point. No, here only in the Grostha, giving shelter to all living entities. What does it mean exactly, Prabhuji? Can you elaborate?
Okay. See, giving shelter to all living entities means, like, for example, in the houses also, it's not that rats are there, lizards are there, you just kill them. Keep the house clean, automatically they will not come. Not that they are there, you kill them and no remove them. At the same time, guests come, take care of guests nicely. And also, if you see from Vedic custom, there is a custom of taking care of cows and even lower animals. So in my house, what would happen? I'll tell you, in our house, we would follow Vedic culture very strictly. So my mother, she would, like, morning she would do Vaishnav offering. That is before coming to Krishna consciousness. Offer to Gopalji. Afternoon offering would be more of a Vedic offering. So Vedic offering is generally they offer 4 or 5 parts. They take the initial bhoga. They offer in the fire, which is basically offered to the devatas. And then after that, first chapati, it would be offered to the cows. Then everything is cooked again. And at the end, whatever gross wheat flour remains, from that mother would cook chapatis for lower animals like dogs, etc. So that is called maintaining the other living entities. The first chapati would go, we'll give to the cow. It's like before we will honor prasad. And last one would be given to the dogs and other animals. Similarly, near our house, lot of cows would come. So father, what he did is he made a whole tank for cows to come and drink water from that, so that they don't go thirsty. So basically, grasthas, what they do is generally they should not see other living entities as animals, or sorry, as enemies. Try to maintain them. If you want to avoid them, maintain cleanliness. If cleanliness is there, automatically other living entities don't come. But don't kill them. Killing is like extremely worse. Nowadays, current civilization is killing civilization. Kill the lizards, throw them off. Kill the spiders, throw them off. So that's not what is expected from a grastha.
Ants, mosquitoes, these are all very common.
Yeah, so as much as possible, avoid killing as much as possible. Similarly, mosquitoes also are there. Use mosquito net, you can use repellent. Mosquitoes don't die, they become like dizzy. Then throw them off. But some devotee, they use this rackets, electric rackets. Zoom, zoom. You must have seen. That's too brutal actually. Oh, I saw many devotees. I told them that at least don't kill in front of me. So I just can't. It's like a brutal killing. So that is not something very good.
Just I'll take another advantage, Prabhuji. I mean, adding to that, in any of family members doing that, killing that, the family members will get the karma.
Means you will not get. You tell you do your dharma of giving them good advice. If still they don't follow, what can be done? See, it depends on your authority in the home also. Authority means should not be illusory authority, should be real authority. Sometimes men thinks I am very authoritative, wife doesn't follow. That's not called authority. So if you have that authority or influence, give them at least good advice. After they don't follow, what can be done? But this gross killing should not be there at least. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Fine. So this is about. So we should maintain our gross maintenance, household, etc., and subtle body should be maintained by basically varnasram. So there is a propensity according to one's swabhava, which comes varnasram, and the lifestyle. According to one's lifestyle, one may have some needs. So different needs for different people from different cultures and different lifestyles also. So that is not prohibited. Fine. So one in mode of goodness or mode of passion ignorance should engage only in things of mode of goodness, dovetail everything in devotion service, and be indifferent. Be indifferent towards the modes. So in this way, one can become transcendental. So I told these three things. So if we follow these three things, we can advance very quickly. So now what we'll do? Now we'll go to the next verse. So till text number 3, they were more about, we can see, the behavior and internal developments. And why I took it in too much detail? Because they are very practical for devotees. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written a whole book on that. Text 4 talks about sadhu sangha, how to associate with devotees. So that art is given in text number 4. You can try to repeat after me. Dadati pratigranati guhyamakati prachati
गुह्यमाख्याति पृच्छति
bhungte bhojate chaiva
ते भोजयते चैव
tadvidam priti lakshanam.
Shatvidam
इति
Pritilakshana.
लक्षणम्
Can somebody read the translation?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Offering, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasada, and offering prasada are the 6 symptoms of love shared by the one devotee on another.
So you'll find here the word used is so sadvidam priti lakshanam. So these are ways to have loving reciprocation with devotees. As we just read from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that what are that we should have loving association with devotees or loving relationship with devotees, and for other people we can have dutifully, not with love. So that's a priti is very important. It should be way to exchange love. And when hearts are involved, attachment comes. So attachment to devotees is a way to advance in spiritual life. So there's a verse in Bhagavatam which says, Prasanga madaram pasam atmana kaveyo vidu saev sadhu sukrito moksha dwaram apavritam. So it is said that attachment to matter is entangling. But same attachment when applied to devotees of the Lord, saev sadhu sukrito. Whatever happens, moksha dwaram apavritam. Doors to liberation are opened. So that frees one from the attachment. So that's why these 6 loving exchanges should be done with devotees only. Santosh Prabhu had a question. Prasadam is transcendental, yes. At the same time, prasadam components affect us. Prasadam is transcendental, but if it is spoiled, you will get spiritual advancement, but your body will suffer. That is, there is sabji which is Mahaprasad, and it has reached you after 7 days. By taking that sabji, you will get spiritual advancement, but health will get spoiled. Similarly, the subtle component of the prasadam also. What is that? That if ingredients are in mode of passion, lot of chili is there, that will affect our consciousness also. It will affect our subtle body. Prasadam, a lot of chili, you eat it, you will get sweat. Similarly, we get a lot of mode of passion also. So prasadam is transcendental, it gives you spiritual benefit. At the same time, the subtle and gross components also affect us. But it doesn't have any karma. Rather, it frees you from karma. So those things are there. Okay, Santosh? I think I gave homework to all of you.
No, Prabhuji.
Huh?
No, Prabhu. Last week we didn't get homework.
Okay. I forgot somehow. Today I'll get. Fine. Yes. Somebody can read.
As far as our Krishna consciousness movement is concerned, we are getting money naturally by the grace of God by selling our literature. The literature is not sold for our sense gratification to spread the Krishna conscious movement. There is a danger for a preacher when he receives great. Sorry, there is a text message has come. I am not able to. 1 second, Prabhu. Yeah. There is a danger for a preacher when he receives great quantities of money, for as soon as he spends even a single cent of the collection for his personal sense gratification, he becomes a fallen victim. Hare Krishna. My God.
So this is specially for devotees who are collecting funds and those who are staying as brahmacharis in the temple. So everything belongs to Krishna. So we distribute books, all money should go to Krishna only, not that we put in pocket. Similarly, any charity we collect on the behalf of temple has to go to temple only. Otherwise, we'll get severe reactions. And at the same time, devotees also, you have to be careful to use the money which has come for Krishna service in Krishna service, not for one's sense gratification. Otherwise, one will fall down. So, Prabhupada was very careful. And whatever money is coming as a charity, use in Krishna service only. Okay, so we discussed about NOI 2 and 3, 6 activities that entangle and spoil our devotion service, and 6 activities which are favorable to execution of pure devotion service. We learned about the practical application and difference application for householder and renouncers. So these are 6 activities. First is Dadati Pratigranati. These are 2. Giving gifts and accepting gifts. So when we give gifts and accept gifts, we should also be careful that we should give gifts which are really going to be helpful for that person. Then consciousness is involved. It's not something very blind. Like I remember once one devotee was telling that somebody gifted him a perfume bottle which was worth millions of dollars, and that had alcohol within it. So he said, I can't use it for deities also. It has alcohol. And I don't want to, put this perfume, not good for a brahmachari. And I am not a grasta who can put a perfume bottle in some showcase. You don't have showcase. You have one locker only in the brahmachari ashram. So he was saying, I don't know, I didn't know what to do with that gift. But I could appreciate this person's intent of giving gift. Certainly intent is important. At the same time, when we give gift, content is also important. We should see whether that gift is beneficial for other person or not. So if that conscious effort is there, then it becomes very important. And if we know that it is need of someone and we give the gift to that devotee at that time, that becomes like really very precious gift. Like I remember once one sannyasi came and he liked some bed sheet which I had put. That was like a hand woven bed sheet which my brother gifted me. So then, oh, it's a very good for chanting, etc. So that time I told my brother to sponsor it. So he sent that gift from. He stays in Pune, so he gave it from Pune. So then he really liked it, but that is what he wanted. Something a person wants, if you give that, that's like very really a gift. So giving gifts and accepting gifts, it touches the heart. Second is Guhyam Akati Prakshiti, revealing one's mind in confidence and hearing in confidence. Okay, some background sound is coming.
Yeah, I have muted, bro.
Okay. So Guhyam Akati Prakshiti should be done only with devotees and only those things should be spoken which are beneficial for both. Like Mahaprabhu, he talked very confidentially with Ramananda Rai, but he won't talk all those topics about Krishna and gopis and very confidential things with ordinary devotees or in open. So we should know that when we are revealing heart in confidence or hearing in confidence, it should be beneficial for both the people and should be done lovingly. Then it's called Guhyam Akati Prakshiti. Otherwise, what happens is, if we do it in don't do it in a proper way, or we do it to an unqualified person, then he may become bewildered. Like I remember there was one very pretty senior devotee, but very simple, humble. So then out of humility he started speaking. He was telling, just see this Kats, that is the story of Kats and Devyani. That Kats was he was sent by demigods and Devyani proposed him. But Kats said, no, I have taken knowledge from my guru Sukracharya and you are Sukracharya's daughter. I can't accept you. I can't accept you in marriage. You are as good as my guru's family only. So I have a lot of respect for you. So then he was out of humility, he started telling, just see, Kats was such a sense controlled and such a principled person. He said, no. I was there, immediately I would have run away with this girl. So now suddenly, I know that he is a humble person, he doesn't have any bad character, but other outsiders were there. They were like really looking, Are kya these people have character or not, no, these brahmacharis, they'll run away with any girl. So then we have to be careful that Guhyam Akati Prakshiti has to be done. So the talk should be beneficial for both the people. Then we can talk confidentially. So such a talk increases the love when it is done with qualified people. Okay, Manjunath Prabhu has a question.
Yeah, with Hare Krishna Prabhuji, with respect to the Dadati Pratik Gruhnati, for example, in a devotee's families, any functions are happened or anything, collecting gifts, but somehow we forget to give gift back. So when we collect gifts, that accumulates karma, Prabhuji. By any chance?
No. See, when it is done out of love from a devotee, you don't have to worry about karma. Rather, it brings the hearts together.
Okay. Only one way happened. I meant to say.
See, one way means at least you must have fed them prasadam. Now your birthday is there.
Okay.
Or if brahmachari are there, at least they give some loving thanks and some loving gestures. So that's okay. But if somebody grasta is there, then at least you feed them prasad your birthday. Not that they give you gift and you say, no, Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much, No, feed them some prasad.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. See, with devotees generally, we don't have to worry so much about karma. That's why for temple also, temple can get collection only from grastas, means devotees, 1600 devotees, proper devotees. That's very good. But they give it proper consciousness and proper attitude.
In case of non-devotees, Prabhuji?
Non-devotees is there, see gifts they are giving, then we should do dutifully. As we told before. It should not involve love. They give you something, you give something in return. Either give them spiritual knowledge or give them some prasad. So some reciprocation should be there with them. Help them to advance in Krishna consciousness. Okay. So this is Guhyamakadi Prachati. That's basically, and actually speaking, especially talking about Krishna, that we can do with devotees only. See, generally new people or also newcomers come, we can't talk very deep topics with them. That's why generally after preaching to newcomers, sometimes we feel very dry. But when we give classes to devotees, we go a little deeper, that nourishes. This is my personal experience also. Preaching to newcomers, it's not like so much nourishing. But giving Bhakti Sastri classes, Bhakti Vaibhav classes, that's pretty nourishing even for a speaker. Because a lot of Krishna element is there. So Guhyamakadi Prachati can be done only with devotees. And that binds the heart. Especially when we reveal something in confidence. But again, same thing. It should be beneficial for both the people. We should do that in take that in picture. Rama Lakshmi Nanduri.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad Prabhu.
Yes,
Prabhuji, as a devotee, we in Krishna consciousness, we love Krishna. We wanted to be more in Krishna consciousness and study book. All that we are liking. But as a responsible, wife, we have to work for family. Means how far we have to involve in work, how to manage Prabhu. Because by end of the day, Krishna is our ultimate goal. So how to protect that consciousness, Prabhu? Can you please advise?
Mata, your last two lines were not audible properly.
Sorry, there is a disturbance, Prabhu. 1 second. As a wife, like I have to work for a family. So whether wife really have to work, or is it our responsibility, or how if we work, like how to protect our consciousness towards Krishna?
Okay.
Can you please?
Yeah. See, main thing is we have to do things dutifully. And if we do things dutifully, that will help us to progress in spiritual life because it supports spiritual life. If we don't do things dutifully, what actually happens is then that displeasure from other family members. And when that displeasure from other family members, that disturbs the family, so in return it disturbs us also. So that's why when we do it, we should do it dutifully. At the same time, we should have some exclusive time for Krishna. Like chanting of our holy names, our regular rounds, reading Prabhupada books, reading Krishna's pastimes, worshipping deities. These are our personal relationship with Krishna. So then that personal time also we should spend and associate with devotees, attend programs, etc. So that is how it can be balanced. But whatever duties are there, we should do it nicely, properly. But if that love is not involved, actually it doesn't matter. Like if you see these receptionists, so receptionists, they smile at people and they invite them, please come to our hotel or come to our airport or whatever. But that doesn't mean that a receptionist make relationship with all the people. It's like a more of an official relationship. So then that's such an involvement of heart doesn't come. Involvement of heart comes when we have love. So dutifully on a platform of duty, we should do everything. Whether it is family members or outsiders, whoever. Okay, Mataji, Does that answer your question?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Manjunath.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. How would we know that are we doing dutifully or not? Any symptoms is there?
People involved, if they are satisfied or we have done to the best of our ability, then it's beautiful. And for everything, there is a different, what do you say, landmark. So your question is like, very wide questions. Like you say someone, can you tell me everything about Krishna? So many things about Krishna. So like that. So it's very much depending on time, place, circumstances, person, and responsibility. All these things matter. And the third one, fifth and sixth, is bhungte bhojite chaiva. This is very powerful technique. People open their hearts on prasadam table. That is what generally we have seen. You feed them prasad, heart opens. Like among all of you, how many people really became devotee because of prasad only? Yeah, so many people are raising their hands. So generally, prasadam is what one touches. So many devotees find that they became devotees because of prasad. Philosophy goes later on inside. So that's why we see Vaishnav culture is quite centered around prasad. So there's a photograph of Chida Dahi Mahotsav of Panihati. So devotees accepting prasad, it became a festival. So in Krishna Leela, one of the famous Leelas would be Gopas and Krishna taking prasad. So that accepting prasad and offering prasad, it really, especially when heart is involved, it touches a person. So then that is something which people can't forget. So this is very powerful way of developing attachment for devotees. So this summary of what Prabhupada has given in the purport. So I'll read it out. And then I forgot to give the homework. So that will give in the next class. So you will go dwell more deeply in the exercise. Somebody can read the heading one, black one, in this verse.
In this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami explains how to perform devotional activities in the association of other devotees. Page number 39. ISKCON has been established to facilitate these 6 kinds of loving exchanges between devotees. And the life of Krishna conscious society is nourished by these 6 types of loving exchange among the members. Therefore, people must be given the chance to associate with ISKCON devotees, because simply by reciprocating in these 6 ways, an ordinary person can fully revive his dormant Krishna consciousness.
Yeah. So these 6 ways are so powerful that one can revive one's Krishna consciousness. Because when we say Krishna, Krishna means Krishna along with the devotees. Even when we go to spiritual world, it is not that only I am there, Krishna is there. Krishna is there, so many devotees are there. So I should learn the art of dealing with devotees. And the best way of making a relationship with devotees is 6 loving exchanges. And why it is so important, Prabhupada writes the key here. One desires and ambition develop according to the company one keeps. So if I have a son of those devotees who are very serious about chanting of the holy names, we also get taste for chanting of the holy names. If we associate with devotees who have a lot of taste for reading Prabhupada books, I get that desire. If we associate with devotees who have a great taste for serving Vaishnavas, we get that desire. If we say stay with devotees who are not so serious, we also get those results. So it totally depends on our type of association, what we want to be. So choose the association according to what you want to be. Simple thing. That's why you should do these things with the devotees. So in offering and accepting gifts, Rupa says that the greatest gift is to give the gift of the holy name. So we give the gift of holy name to people and they have opportunity to inquire. So everybody should be given the opportunity to hear about holy name. So it's also a gift. Holy name is a gift. Chetodarpana Mardhanam Bhavamahadevagni Nirvapnam. So these are the different effects of the holy name. The first verse of Sastri. So that is how chanting of the holy name is the greatest charity. We find that in the teachings of Haridas Thakur. And also how Lord Chaitanya, he gave the gift of holy name to all the animals in Jhatikhanda and they became devotees. So Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhaka Unay Sravanadi Siddhi Chitta Karve Udaya. So Krishna Prem is already there in the heart, but by hearing and chanting it is revived. So that's why charity of holy name is considered biggest charity because it helps one to reconnect himself with Krishna who is one's original father. So for a child who is lost, the greatest charity is to bring him back in contact with his parents. So that's considered highest, biggest charity. And another charity, we will discuss it in detail in the next class. That devotees should spend 50% of their income in service of Lord and devotees, grastas. So we'll discuss next when we have this exercise. Revealing mind, inquiring confidentially, experienced devotee explains, inexperienced devotee learns. That's also Guhya Makati Prachati. And equal devotees can also discuss Krishna Katha. That's also Guhya Makati Prachati. So members and supporters inquire about devotion service and devotees explain. That is also Guhya Makati Prachati. And Prasadam, devotees arrange Hare Krishna festival, Sunday feast, lavishly distribute prasad. And when they go to their supporters, etc., they give them prasad. So in this way, there is relationship which gets developed. So let me complete this one also. Last one, then I'll take questions. Somebody can read. It is a negative injunction.
Yeah. It is the negative injunction of this verse that we should refrain from giving anything, accepting anything from the Mayavadis and atheists. Nor should we speak with them, associate with them, confide in them, or seek their advice. Indeed, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has forbidden devotees to associate even with ordinary men who are too addicted to material sense gratification. 546 analogy: feeding a snake milk and bananas. Hare Krishna.
So if we feed milk and bananas to a snake, its poison increases. Similarly, one should not have loving exchanges with non-devotees and Mayavadis. So I told it can be done dutifully, but not with love. With love, it should be only with devotees. So now we can take questions. So just a minute. Hare Krishna Prabhu, in devotees' families, if any birth or death happened, then we will not do deity worship. And also we will not open puja room also. In that case, how to offer and take prasadam? So in that case, there are various options for the devotees. So then we can have a small photograph of the spiritual master and we can offer him. So may not be deities, but then we offer to the spiritual master and we accept. Also, you can always go to the temple and take prasad. But what is practical is you offer to the spiritual master and he offers to the deities and gives. So that's a easy way. Sometimes our immediate relatives but non-devotees arrange a function where we need to help them. And if they serve non-veg, obviously we won't take it. But can we help them for the function to complete? You can use the function, that part of the function where directly involvement of meat is not there. Like don't help them in the kitchen or start serving non-veg to other people. That's a karmic. But you can help them in like decoration, etc. Receiving the guest, that we can do. So we should not be involved in those things which are directly involved with breaking 4 principles. Okay, Rajesh. Fine. Now, Narasimham Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, like sometimes we might be taking very long journeys, might be from here to Canada, Toronto, or US. So these flight journeys are very long, and we might not get offered food. And also, in this case, is it okay to take normal this thing, Prabhu?
So generally, what devotees do is what we have seen is they take fruits and I think juices are also there. What they give?
Yeah, Prabhu. Sometimes they give canned juice and all, but it's 14 hours. Sometimes it takes from Hong Kong to Canada direct flight. So in that, like specifically, some flights offer Jain food, Prabhu, but otherwise it might not be there. So in some flights. So.
Okay, so I don't know what's. I have never gone such a long journey flights, but I can share with what devotees generally do is. So one thing is, many devotees they take only fruits and juices, and for one day, 14 hours also, we can survive. One day, it's not like so heavy also. We do Ekadasi, so it's like a one extra Ekadasi. So one extra Ekadasi we can do. We can take fruits and this. But certainly if somebody has to go travel very frequently, then things may be difficult. But if unless until that is there, it is not a difficulty. And worst case, somebody has to take lot of flights. So in that case, some devotees, what they do, they take this Jain food without, they say, I take Jain food and I'm allergic to onion and garlic. So
yeah.
That time they...
Yeah. So in Indian flights, yes, normally we get this Jain food, Prabhu. That is what we order. But yeah, some other flights like within US you travel or within any other country. So sometimes it, yeah. So fruits, as you said, yeah, fruits and juices.
Okay. Take a lot of prasad before boarding the flight.
Yes, Prabhu.
And after you get down again, take a lot of prasad. Prabhupada would do that actually. Prabhupada would eat a lot of parathas. So once I remember there is a past time where Prabhupada was going to board the flight and he was taking a lot of parathas. So then one of the crew members, they were just going to go to the airport. They saw in the waiting place Prabhupada is taking so much of parathas. So no, this lady was telling, no, Swamiji, don't take this much oily food. You are going in the flight. It may create indigestion and this and that. Prabhupada didn't care. He said, I taken before every flight. So that is how devotees manage.
Okay, Prabhu.
Hare. Okay, fine. So there are no question, then we'll move ahead. So this is our holy name. Somebody can read.
Yeah, Prabhu, I'll read. So Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Khabu Naya Shravanadi Suddha Chitte Karaye Udaya. So Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22:107. Pure love for Krishna is eternal, eternally established in the hearts of the living entities. It is not something to be gained from another source, When the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, this love naturally awakens. Association of devotees. Devotees give holy name and one develops desire to chant. Contamination in heart is removed, chetodarpana. Even other species can become completely purified. Example, animals in Jharkhand forest, conversation with, I'm not able to see.
Haridas Thakur.
Haridas Thakur. Okay.
So basically this charity of holy name is considered biggest charity because automatically person becomes a devotee since love for Krishna is there already within everyone's heart. So when devotees go out and do Sankirtan, then automatically people who hear, their hearts become cleansed and love of God awakens. So it's considered the greatest charity. So when one associates with devotees give him dadati, they give him holy name, and they give him a desire to chant. And when one chants, lust, envy, pride, greed, it is cleansed from the mirror of the heart. I think it is in one of the small books of Prabhupada. Prabhupada writes that mirror is compared to the heart, and the dust on the mirror is the designations, false designations. So false designations are there. I am owner of this place, I am man, I am from this nation, etc. They are considered to dust. So when we chant, what happens is we connect with the Lord. So the false designations go away. The true designation of being servant of Krishna arises. In this way, heart becomes cleansed. Consciousness becomes cleansed. And it is so powerful that even if somebody is powerful like Lord Chaitanya, he can make even animals into devotees. Like Haridas Thakur, he asked Lord Chaitanya, he says, my dear Lord, how will non-devotees be benefited? Devotees fine. Devotees go out, they chant Hare Krishna, other people become purified, human beings become purified. But what about non-devotees? Basically, Lord Chaitanya asked Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur says that, my dear Lord, even if somebody is a non-devotee and he hears holy name, or he chants holy name unknowingly. So he gave example of a Yavana who consumed lot of cow flesh, and because of that he got constipated and he was not able to pass stool. So when in the forest he was trying to pass stool, there was a wild boar waiting for his food. But because this fellow was not able to pass stool for a long time, boar became very impatient and he killed the person who was going to pass stool only, Yavana. And when this Yavan, he saw it, he said haram. Lord took it as haram and delivered that person. So holy name is so powerful. Then Mahaprabhu says, but what about the animals? Haridas Thakur says, already you have delivered so many animals in the Jharkhand forest. And then Mahaprabhu says, oh, but what about inanimate objects like trees and plants? So Haridas Thakur says that when we chant, we hear an echo. Echo is the Sankirtan of inanimate objects. So that is how chanting of holy names is the greatest gift to the humanity. So this Mahaprabhu dancing in Jharkhand. I have been to the place where Mahaprabhu made them dance. Even till today, you can find the footprints of tigers, lions, elephants, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's footprints are also there. So because they dance in love, their footprints were embedded in the rock. Still there in Jharkhand. So we would generally take camps, youth camps of BIT Ranchi devotees. So that is a proof how even animals can become devotees. Somebody had questions. Maharani Mataji, what Hare Krishna Prabhu, what is meant of dadati? Dadati means giving. Giving gift. It's called dadati. Giving. Okay. And Rohit Prabhu has a question. Second chapter, on the way to Krishna. Okay. Yeah.
It's not question, Prabhu.
This is on the way to Krishna. Thank you, Rohit. Okay, Manjunath. Not audible, bro.
Yeah, sorry, Prabhuji. Like trees you mentioned, right, Prabhuji? How about hills and all? Hills also have soul, right? Will they get a chance to elevate?
They speak echo. Echo comes that Haridas Thakur says this is Sankirtan of inanimate objects, including trees and hills, trees and mountains.
But they will take some crores lifetime, right, Prabhuji, to get a chance to elevate.
No, it depends on the chanter also, who is chanting.
Okay.
See, Mahaprabhu directly give Krishna Prem. I can't give Krishna Prem because my Krishna Prem is not awakened. So it depends on the level of chanter also.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very good. Yeah. So there is exercise for all of you. So somebody would like to share instance where you are touched by particular devotee's behavior in either of the 6 loving exchanges, and that gave you inspiration to become devotee. I want to become devotee like him. Somebody would like to share? You can raise your hand electronically. Physically, I can't see. Okay, Veni Madhav.
Hare Krishna, bro. Dandavat pranam, bro. Bro, when I was initially in temple, I was studying and I got a chance to stay in temple. There was a one cook, now also is there. His name is Urukrama Prabhu. We were like just working, some are studying, some are working like that. We used to come sometime late and some devotees used to come late. As you said before, last class example, whenever devotees comes, even 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, used to come back, cook and give prasadam for all of them. Like, we were really captivated by his behavior. How come is because from morning he will be in kitchen cooking continuously, and so many devotees will come and ask him prasadam, give prasadam like that. He makes sure that before he sleeps, is everybody get a milk and everybody get a sufficient prasadam, everything make sure and keep some extra prasadam one place, and he put one kind of board, prasad is available if somebody comes late. It looks like maybe he may be touching individually, but whomever he touched, definitely they are very much obliged to him, because of his behavior, bro. That I liked it.
Yeah. So what lesson do you learn from that, Vini Madhav, bro?
Lesson in the sense, Prabhu, no need to sit in the Vyasasana and give a class. Just by behavior of the Vaishnava, we can transform so many devotees. What I felt, Prabhu.
Yeah. So loving exchanges. Yeah.
Giving a class is of course important. We cannot, but this is very important where we are implementing our qualities among the devotees and exchanging how much love he had for devotees.
So loving exchange. See, outside also we may go in a hotel where somebody may be serving with a lot of attitude, but many times we find that they have some motive. Love is there, immediately it can be felt. So that transforms. Okay, Manjunath who wants to share.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat pranam. So here I think, as you know, we are all part of Care from ISKCON Bakti Center. I think here best devotees basically. Whenever we see, I think literally they take out of a pain and they serve all the yatra devotees, and many times I have seen actually closely also associated with them. Like whatever Venumadav Prabhu has just spoke about his past experience. I literally seen it actually. Whoever visit to the base, whoever visit to the center, they will ensure all devotees have prasadam or not. They will ensure, even if it is over also. For example, unexpectedly we see some 50 newcomers came to the center on a particular Sunday. They will not feel pain and all. They will just go and cook extra rice and they'll offer it, and they will take an extra step and do all things. So really, that energy I share with many senior devotees also, and many. So I think I learned a lot from them actually. Basically, how can we have more patient when some unexpected things happen? So in the form of devotional life actually. And I can name anyone actually. All the best devotees are leading by Venimada Prabhu. They are doing amazing job, and we are all following their footsteps. Really great, Prabhuji. Haribol.
So you'll find that how love exchange is there. So what do we learn from that? What do we learn from that, Manjunath Prabhu? People taking prasadam.
Yeah, no. Basically, the humbleness, and like a patience. Even they take, so even sometimes they will not sleep 5 hours or 6 hours, and the next day also there is some services are pending. We can see lot of energy. I'm really surprising where that energy comes from actually.
Okay, I would say another way. How will you apply this principle in your life?
Yes, Prabhuji. I'm trying actually. Still not applied. I'm trying actually. I'm still on the way to apply actually. I'm just a early bird to the Krishna consciousness actually. This is a 3 years bird in this 3 years baby in this energy, this life actually. So I'm just learning. I'm just saying and learning proactively. Thank you.
So basically, so that is how we should apply. We should apply what love we got, we should share with others.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Very happy. Ramalakshmi Mataji. Mata, you have a hand raised? Yeah, yes.
Yeah, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. I was taking this opportunity to, about tell about Sunita Mataji, who is there in the same class. She was, I was attracted by looking at her. Otherwise, I would have not known about the valuable value of Krishna consciousness. Whenever I go, she used to stay next to, we are neighbors earlier, now not. Whenever I go and visit her house, the attitude of her was really amazing, Prabhu. She used to receive very nicely and all the time with a smiling face. There is nothing all the time she used to look in the same way. So whenever I ask, she used to say it will be very good. I wanted to know what is that? How it will be very good? The Krishna consciousness. It gives so much happiness. I was really like how the happiness will be like, because in daily routine life we will have so many up and downs, and how can we remain happy. That is what I wanted to know. With the same curiosity, I was into Krishna consciousness, and till today she will be keep motivating me, and she make me in such a way I have to motivate others. So I have to so much thankful to her by taking this opportunity, and she has to keep bless me in the same way to grow in a Krishna consciousness, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Padma Mataji and Murli Prabhu. Hare Krishna, taking care of devotee in critical situation like COVID. So that's why in our ashram also we have this health department. So department very critical. They can offend devotees like anything, and they can please devotees like anything. Recently, when I got COVID, these devotees took all risk and they served me. So that's like they really touches the heart. Narasimham Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. This is Krishna.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, I would like to share my feelings with my one of my devotees' experience. Let's say he's my brother, I can say, my sister-in-law's husband, who's a devotee since more than 25 years, a senior devotee, I can say, who actually was influenced a lot in our life. In fact, he's the one who guided me to chant when I was pregnant. So during my pregnancies, I used to chant because of him. That was my blessing, you can say. So, so it was like happened in once that we had to, assemble. I mean, we had a family get together kind of thing. It was a kind of function, and it is like so we are in the amongst all the Brahminical members only. I mean, Brahmin family. And even though it was in a Brahmin family, and like you would have seen or you would have known like how devotees are treated in even in Brahminical family. They'll say in a ISKCON devotee means is different. They don't consider that much. So once it has happened that in a function and at the end of the day, so there was a good lot of members, and so like for sleeping arrangements and all. So it was that could be that not intentionally or unintentionally. So my brother, if you say, he's a devotee, as a senior devotee, was happened to sleep in a place where he has to sleep next to other non-devotees' feet. Though he's a Brahmin, but I feel that personally, he's as he's a senior devotee, he's more elevated than the other Brahmins in the family, I can say. So, but I saw that moment was very embarrassing for me only. So, but he never felt anything. He said that he just slept next to the other person's feet, and then he said, "I'll just take the lotus feet of your. I'll take the lotus dust of your feet, and then I'll sleep." In a very nice way, he took it. And that was something which is really, really not easy for a person to accept. That was really touched my heart. So it's not easy because then when you have all the opulences, even in material way, and even in a spiritual position elevated, and when you have group of people with all these things, that behavior is really touched my heart, Prabhuji, and it's an exception, I can say. I have learned so many things, and from that devotee. So we can, yeah. That's a great one.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hare
Hare. Vinudhari Govind Prabhu. I think Mata is there. Prabhuji is there.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandas Pranam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Prabhuji, during this COVID times, I would like to thank all the devotees who have shown so much love, especially in taking care of us, all the three members, my mother, myself, and my wife. We were all admitted in the hospital. So the devotees, so they all took so much care. So they gave us prasadam. So each devotee would take a turn, and they would give us prasadam 3 times a day. So, and also the base devotees, I would like to thank each and every one of them, especially Veni Madhav Prabhu, Kiran Prabhu, so and all the Anupam Prabhu, so Paramanand Prabhu, they all took special care. So coming personally, serving, so they didn't even care that I had COVID. So they would come with masks, but stay at a distance and serve. So this serving attitude was very much touching. So felt very, very grateful for all the devotees, and they all prayed for us. So through the whole month, so for us to recover and get back. So still on the path of recovery. So this service attitude of the devotees has really touched me, Prabhu. We would like to serve them in a better way. So by the mercy of Guru Gauranga and Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. And we can find big difference in outside world also. You'll find so many people while they got COVID and they suffered like anything because of being neglected.
So and here I received so much care from devotees. It was so overwhelming actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare. Prashant Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. For the couple of months, I was not feeling well actually. All the devotees, not one or two like that, all surrounding devotees, all base devotees, there are a lot of love exchange with me. There are a lot of transaction happen with me. Maybe in terms of requirements, I was not able to go outside even because of this pandemic situation as well as my health issue. So even till now, till today, they are helping me. So there is a lot of love exchange. I can't even explain what way they are, how many type of love, I don't know. So it is going on till now, it is going on. And I'm very much thankful to them. So this is a big example in my life. So it is not 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. It's been more than 6 months, 7 months, even more than 1 year. It is happening like that. So thank you all devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare. Yeah. So one last experience of Rajesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, similar situation for me. Last year I was affected by COVID, and all the devotees, especially base devotees and the devotees, continuously they were serving. They were giving prasadam to me and my wife for whole days before admitting into the hospital. And whenever I want to go to hospital, only Venimada Prabhu always, yeah, I'm ready, I will come with you, like that. Prabhu comes with me, and wherever for testing or anything. Finally, he admitted me in the hospital. I was not knowing he was staying there in the hospital, that parking whole night. He admitted me in the hospital in the night. Next day morning, till the morning, he was there in the parking. Then later he said, because doctor said you need to be there whenever any emergency, we call you, like that. So he was there, and during that time my wife was in home quarantine. They kept her in locked condition. She cannot go anywhere out. Maybe around for 20 days, our devotees served prasadam to her all the morning, afternoon, night. So she cannot cook, she cannot go outside buy anything. So all the 20 days, our devotees served prasadam to her. And when I was in hospital, all the devotees were calling me and giving that conscious to me and confidence to me to get better. And after coming out of hospital, again the devotees taken care. The base devotees given prasadam. I was staying in the Puram Center Hall. Devotees gave all the 3 days. They only packed the prasadam and bring to me. It was we cannot expect this kind of love and affection from anyone, from anywhere outside. So in this way, I want to thank all the devotees of the Kerbaram congregation for taking care of our family during that COVID situation. We are always we always grateful to serve all the devotees in the Kerbaram congregation. Yes, Prabhu. Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhu is rejoining. Anand Gaur Prabhu, you are in mute, Prabhu, in case you are speaking.
I think Prabhu got disconnected.
You are in mute, Prabhu.
Hare. So I just take one more question. So thank you very much, Rajesh Prabhu.
Thank you.
So one question is there by Satish Krishna Prabhu. Killing cockroaches, mosquitoes attracts sin. What about damages they cause in terms of our health, like cockroach infest food items, thereby causing health problems? There are solutions for all these things. If you are neat and clean, generally these problems don't come. I'll give you a very gross incidents from Prabhupada's life also. Now all of you were really touched by prasadam, and you can imagine how much prasadam is being made in an ISKCON center, including your center also. So in Juhu, devotees were having trouble from rats. So they asked Prabhupada, can we kill the rats? Prabhupada said, all of you should be killed. He said, because you are very unclean, the rats are coming there. So in one of the temples where they have a lot of rats problem, what they did is, they made sure that cooked food should not be kept open in kitchen, and kitchen were clean every night, and they blocked all the holes also in the temple. So then there were no rats. Same thing is true with the cockroaches, mosquitoes, anything. If we keep things clean, generally these things won't trouble us. So these things come whenever there is uncleanness. For mosquitoes, already I told that we can have your mosquito repellent, or we can have this mosquito nets. All our brahmacharis sleep in mosquito nets. So then we don't have trouble with them. We don't have to kill them all the times. See, killing is anyway not a solution. How many mosquitoes will you kill? Well, there are millions of mosquitoes. So what we find is that there are solutions. What to say of that? Even in our Gosala where I stay, there are thousands of mosquitoes, not thousands. Thousands of mosquitoes in one toilet. So this is a farm area. But then our devotees have this, it's called Frankinson, something like that. But in local language, they call it dhuna. So they have this, we have cow dung cakes, gobar. And then we have this, we put this frankincense, which is like a basically sap of a plant. And mosquitoes run away. So many times what happens is, because these mosquito repellent companies and all these people, they want to really advertise it so much. They show as if no, it's like very disastrous. But if we have natural methods of getting rid of them. Even many creams are there. You can apply in your hands and legs, and their herbal creams are there. So we can avoid mosquitoes. Prabhakar Prabhu, Hare Krishna, existing cockroaches come in night only when we go for sleep. What can we do about that? Same thing. If it is not exposed food, then there is no problem also. Na? So you get disease from cockroaches only when they sit on the exposed food. So keep the kitchen clean, keep things in tight container, then we won't have much cockroach problem. I've practically seen even in our DT kitchen many years ago, around 15 years ago in Calcutta. So there was a big problem of cockroaches. But now, of course, this renovated the kitchen also in such a way that there are no cockroaches now, and things are kept very clean. Anybody who does backup, who does cooking, who does offering, immediately after that one has to clean it thoroughly. And because things are clean, these problems don't come. See, this is best we can do. But I would say killing is the last option. We shouldn't do it unless until things are very disastrous. Unless until no, these living entities are killing all of us in a big way, we should not kill. So it's possible to avoid as much as possible. So we have herbal solutions also. And even for malaria and dengue, if we live with the environment, actually, they don't trouble us so much. So this I'm not a very authentic person in speaking about it, but according to Ayurveda, malaria and dengue comes when for people who have a lot of pitta in their body, acid in their body. So same time when mosquitoes come, same time you find coconut water also coming up, lot of coconuts come in the trees, because environment gives a solution also. Nature gives solution. So anybody who takes naril pani at that time, he will not get. So anyways, but I'm not authority, so I won't speak about it. I'm not an Ayurvedic doctor. Fine. So I spoke whatever Rupa would generally speak. So nothing wrong. Okay, so we'll end here, and I'll give homework to all of you for the next class. Sri Updesh Amrit ki
Jai.
Sri Rup Goswami ki
Jai.
Sri Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Mr.